Hey, welcome to Season 7 of Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. We have on this show two very special ladies that are case managers at Second Chance Youth Ranch. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and on this show we have two very special guests, and we want to introduce you to Season 7. Lord dealt with me 7 years ago about doing a show every week to help inform the public and recruit people to get involved in mentoring, fostering, and adopting. And VTN, Victory Television Network, was so gracious to say we want to partner with you to do that. So we want to say a special thank you to Pastor Happy Caldwell and Jeannie Caldwell, as well as our dear friend Jim Grant. And so on this show we have Cincy Crane.
Kinsey.
Spell that for me.
C-E-N-Z-I.
And so for years you didn't know, but I called you Cincy. And Billy and Rachel said, no, it's Kinsey.
Yes. It's normal.
But it's okay because people call me Perry, Terry, Larry, Gary. Even sometimes I get utility bills, and it's not even to me. It's sent to Terry, and I'm like, well, if I can find him, I'll make him pay my electric bill. And Jordan Yarberry. Mm-hmm. And so you ladies have been involved at Second Chance Youth Ranch for how long?
3 years.
3 years?
Mm-hmm.
3 long,
beautiful years.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sell it. And
2 years.
2 years. And at one point, for a brief period of time, you worked for DCFS.
I did.
Which stands for?
Division of Children and Family Services. And
you wanted to come work for Second Chance Youth Ranch because it is a wonderful,
faith-based, beautiful organization.
Just last week, Rachel shared with me a comment that an attorney made in court on behalf of the children. She said, and I'm paraphrasing, Second Chance Youth Ranch is a magical place. Yes. Now, we don't believe in magic, but what she said was it's a great place for children in trauma to be brought back together, made whole.
Yes.
And a faith-based place.
Yes.
So, tell me a little bit, Kinsey, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was adopted at age 3 from Ukraine.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I have a twin, and we grew up in Little Rock, and I went to Little Rock Christian, and then I went to
You
Harding
and your
University.
twin were adopted together. That is pretty cool. Is he a boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Yeah.
We're fraternal, completely different.
I started to say, so do y'all
as
look
opposite
alike?
as you can get.
Yeah.
Is us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where'd you go to school?
Little Rock Christian Academy.
And that is where?
It's in Little Rock on Highway 10.
My niece worked there.
Okay.
For a little while.
Yes, she was my teacher and basketball coach.
Yeah. And then what about you, Jordan? Where'd you go to school?
I started school at Agape Academy and then transitioned to what used to be Family Church Academy, but is now Arkansas Christian Academy.
Did you have any idea that I was on staff at Agape whenever the academy started?
Not at the time, no, because I was
Because you weren't
young.
born?
Yes, I was young. I eventually transitioned to Bryant Public Schools, and later on when I was in high school, yes, that's when I decided.
Were you a Kids Like You fan?
A huge
Were
Kids
you on
Like You
stage
fan.
and on TV as well?
I don't
with
think,
Kathy Dorff?
I think I was in one video, but it was like a montage of videos of just out like environmental, candid happenings, but I don't think I was ever featured in it.
Are you young enough to remember that I was little old baby bear?
I have VHSs of Kids Like You stored away somewhere in my mom's attic, probably. So it's possible, but I can't recall many of them.
Well, many of our viewers may or may not remember this because it was a long time ago. I was Bubba whenever Bubba and Dixie did some things, not just on Kids Like You, occasionally, but on my TV show that Kathy helped me produce and was a part of, and helped me learn a little bit about television, and obviously I don't know much, but called Nightlight. came on midnight following Saturday Night Live on Channel 4. So all my nightlight viewers out there drop me a note and say, you haven't changed a bit. So how did y'all get introduced to Second Chance Youth Ranch? Kenzie, what was your introduction? Who did you meet?
So my parents have been longtime partners with the ranch, and when I was in college, when I was graduating college, I didn't know what I was going to do, and they were like, have you thought about this? So I looked on the website, and I'm like, I don't see any openings, so I'm not going to pursue it. Partnered with DCFS for a little bit, and my parents were like, I really want you to meet Rachel and Billy. I was not planning on leaving that job anytime soon.
They didn't say, we want you to meet Perry?
Not initially. And then I was like, I'll go meet with them out of respect of my parents.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not moving.
Did you meet with them at the ranch?
I did not. We met for lunch on a Sunday afternoon with Rachel's family. So it was Brooklyn, Bronley, and their grandmother. And we just sat down and had lunch. And I remember walking away being like, I'm gonna leave and take this job, which I was not planning moving out of Searcy. That was kind of where I was stationed for 4 years, and had family there and all that, friends. And I remember calling my parents, be like, okay, I'm gonna move back. And they're like, okay, great, here's an apartment. And I was like, okay, great, well, we're moving. So
Well, a friend introduced me to your dad, I don't know how many years ago now, probably 5, 6, 7, I don't know, maybe 10. And he and I, your dad and I and the friend all drove out to the ranch. So I had your dad in the vehicle for almost an hour, and I talked and shared the stories, and I cried, and then I talked, and then anyway, that was my introduction, meeting your dad. And we've become professional friends, you might say. I don't spend much time with him. He's kind of busy too.
Yes.
But pretty neat how that, but once you meet Billy and Rachel, it's done.
Yes.
It's done. Rachel's heart for fostering, and of course I've known her since she was a skinny little, I think 11-year-old. And she was in my youth department as well here at this church. She got married to Billy, and they said, hey, if we're gonna raise a family, we gotta get back in church. And Billy walked in the first Sunday. We somehow were talking about the ranch, which I'm prone to do, and he and her have never left. And of course then the ranch is a living testimony of God's grace. All right, I got 1 minute. Tell me, and we'll come back to you, Jordan. You were raised going to Agape Academy. You later moved to Bryant. You are married.
I am married.
How many kids you got?
I have 2 biological children, 1 daughter that we just adopted in July, and then a foster daughter.
Is that 3?
4.
4. That's what happens. That's what happens whenever you get involved in mentoring, fostering, and sometimes adoption, there's always room in your heart for one more. You know, and you think about it like this, it's not a good analogy, but if you see a cute little puppy, or you're driving onto Walmart parking lot and they got a car out there that says puppies, everybody pulls over if they don't want a puppy and look at a puppy, and almost everybody takes a puppy. That's the way God created our heart. It's an endless capacity to love and to make room for more. If you want more information about how you can connect with Billy and Rachel, or even me, then all you have to do is contact us here, and we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back.
Hi there, I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about Arkansas Christian Academy. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Our name is Arkansas Christian Academy, but most of us just say ACA around here. Our mascot is this guy. Go Knights! Founded in 2001, ACA has grown from only a few classes to having classes in pre-K all the way through 12th grade. As far as class sizes go, we are smaller on average across the board, and we use this to challenge our students academically and individually on a personal level, learning through the lens of God's Word in every subject and growing a personal relationship with Him through our amazing staff and in our daily chapel classes. For a full breakdown, check out our website at archristian.org, and feel free to explore other aspects of our school while you're there. Now, let's go outside. Our still growing campus sits right off I-30 and is protected by gates and doors with magnetic locks, only accessible by faculty and staff. We also have these guys here every day. But seriously though, safety is a priority here at ACA, as we want to ensure not only a quality education, but an environment where learning can flourish without fear or other outside distractions. Now, let's move on to the fun stuff. Here's a shot of our football field, a playground, some kids, another playground, our main gym, a football field again, and this is our brand new middle school. What else?
What about extracurricular activities?
That's right, here at ACA, we offer all different kinds of sports, but that's just the beginning. We have a broadcasting class, spoiler alert, it's really cool, a music and worship program, theater, and a thriving art program complete with a very active yearbook committee.
Wow.
There you have it. Schedule a tour today and find out what all the buzz is about at Arkansas Christian Academy.
Hey, welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. Just before we left for that brief break, that heart-pulling, string-yanking, donate, help, mentor, adopt video, Jordan, I asked you a little bit about you, and you've got 4 children. What we call 2 biological children.
Yes.
For any viewer that says, well, what are you talking about, biological children? What are those?
Those are the children that I birthed, me and my husband had together, and then I joined the ranch in 2022.
Then you adopted one how long ago?
In July. She had been placed in our home in March of 2024.
So that's not the baby that I saw when that is the baby that I saw when I met you.
Yes.
You know, there is information up in here. Sometimes I have to go through the Rolodex to find it. And then you're also fostering.
Yes, I have a 13-year-old.
Oh my goodness,
yes,
let us
big
pray.
Jump.
Let us pray. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and he said, I have 3 children. One's 12, one's 9, and one's 6. And I said, you have a 12-year-old? He said, yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, it is very eye-opening to own. My oldest biological child is 7, and so it's a big jump from 7 to a 12 or 13-year-old girl is very much. I told her we're learning together.
Yes, we are, and that's really the key. Parenting is learning. You know, I talked to my daughter yesterday. She's got 5 children. They're all, the youngest is 19, I think, and the oldest is soon to turn 26. And I said, honey, parenting is learning to let go. And we have a tendency to hang on. I have a cartoon somewhere in my phone, and it shows little kids like the little ones you have here at Arkansas Christian Academy. And the mom's holding on to the kids, and the kids are wanting to go because they're excited. And then you see them going off to college, that transition, and the kids like, please let me go, you know. But the kids hanging on at one time, and then and then later the parents are hanging on. But helping them learn why we believe, and help them learn what they believe, and that's really a transition. But at 13, oh my goodness, is that a little girl?
She is, yes.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Oh, girls.
Yes.
We have a few girls here in our school.
Yeah, she is, and she's attending thanks to the EFA and the Learns Act.
Well,
she's able to attend here too, which is amazing.
Our attendance is way up.
Yes.
Because people that want to come, many can now afford it, and we endeavor to make that affordable. So tell me a little bit, Kenzie, what have you found, because both of you, you're not only a foster mom, an adoptive mom, and a mom, both of y'all are case managers.
Yes.
What in the world does a case manager do? Now, when you were at DCFS for that period of time, you were a case worker.
Yes.
So can you, Kenzie, kind of define in layman's terms, what's a case worker and what's a case manager?
Caseworker does a lot of the legal side. They do help with appointments, but you'll see in a lot of counties that there's not enough of them. They're overworked, and so our job, we get to partner and help step in and fill those gaps. So we get to do a lot of the support and the appointments and get to know the kids.
So a case manager that works for us kind of picks up some of the workload of the DCFS case worker.
Yes.
Yeah. So the job description is fairly similar.
Yes.
One works for the state, then one works for this. And the Apostle Paul said, I've learned to be content in whatever state I'm in. The state of Second Chance Ranch is way more better.
From what I have experienced, yes.
And you've been at the ranch as a case manager now for how long?
For 9 months.
And you've been only 9 months?
Yes, I was admin team for a year and a half.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you'd been with us 2 years
yes.
or more. Yeah. Okay, and so how long have you been a case manager?
For 3 years.
So how do you, as a mom, because this is what people wonder, I don't know if I could be a foster mom. I don't know if I could adopt. I don't know. How do you, Jordan, how do you juggle being a mom of 4 and being a case manager?
If you ask any of my work kids, they are my kids as well. Many of them will even call me mom. I have one specifically that will refer to me as mom at school because he doesn't want anybody to know that he's in care, which is something that I'm totally comfortable with. His foster parents are comfortable with it. And my kids treat them as if they're extended siblings. My kids have a relationship with them. My husband has a relationship with them. So it's easy for me now because my family loves my work family just as much. I mean, my own children get excited to see Miss Rachel and Mr. Billy and Mr. Chad, and they get so excited about seeing all of the other foster parents and their kids, and they love getting to come. They beg me to get to come to work with me just so they can see the other kids. And so that makes it easy because they love each other. My work kids love my kids love my work kids. And so because there is so much love, like you said, there's so much of a capacity to love, and it just continues to grow. The more kids I get on my caseload, the more kids I get in my home, I'm noticing that my capacity to love is growing continuously, and that makes it easy.
Probably challenging from time to time, huh?
It is challenging because sometimes it involves my bonus kids who are not my work kids, because she is my bonus kid, and other kids get involved, and then I navigate that. But I love my work family and my coworkers so well that I'm able to work through everything with them too.
Henzie, we got a couple of minutes here. Tell me, what role does your personal faith in Jesus Christ, what does that bring to care and for you as a case manager?
I think a lot, like, being able to do this job, you have to love Jesus. I don't think anyone could do this job as long as we are doing it without Jesus, because I mean, it's really hard at times, but being able to share that with our kids and being able to drive them out to the ranch and they're just singing their heart out to worship songs and they're requesting specific ones, it's like, oh, this is definitely worth it. You're sharing love with all these kids, and then they get to go to their parents on visits or weekend visits, and they get to share the love of Jesus to them. So you're ministering not only to our families here, but to their families. And we get to partner alongside bio families as well.
So you think the spiritual relationship with the Father through Jesus Christ helps with the psychological and the soulish issues of trauma and so forth, self-esteem?
Yes.
Yesterday, my children's pastor contacted me, and he sent me a brief text from a dad. And of course, this little guy goes to Arkansas Christian Academy, so he's in chapel every morning. And he came home talking about heaven, and he said, "Daddy, I want to go." So his daddy got to lead him to Jesus after school yesterday.
That's awesome.
That's why we do what we do, isn't it? Jordan, I only have 20 seconds.
Yes.
So I'm not going to ask you to share about Jesus until we come back.
Okay.
But just before we go, real quick, where do you attend church when you do on a Sunday or a Wednesday?
Christ Community Church in Little Rock.
In Little Rock. And where do you go?
Life Church Little Rock.
On Otter Creek.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a good church and you want to connect with these ladies, and they'll tell you about foster men and adoption. Otherwise, we'll be right back after this brief video. Thank you, and God bless.
I like to play on my PlayStation. My favorite food is teriyaki beef.
Meet Braylon. He is a talented, athletic, and loving preteen looking for a forever home. He enjoys working out, playing video games, and beef teriyaki is his favorite dish. He enjoys participating in sports, which is a great fit considering his strong leadership skills.
When I grow up, I want to be a weapons specialist for the military that creates more advanced weapons. If I could have a superpower, it would be visibility.
Braylon wants to be adopted by a two-parent family that can keep him busy and engaged. Occasionally, he'll need to be redirected, as most young teens do. But most importantly, he needs the patience of loving parents to build his trust. Braylon is ready to bring his great qualities into a family who can give him the love and support he deserves.
Hey, welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. We just came back from a Project Zero video, a child or some children that are believing God. Most of them are praying, will somebody please answer my prayers and become my mom and dad? And so let me just ask you this. You're single,
Yes.
you're married, and y'all work together, and yet at the same time, as a single young lady, you're dealing with how many children are in your case management on a typical workload week?
Currently, I have 20.
20?
Yes.
So, but I really can't do it because I'm single. Is that true?
No.
So there's people out there that need to get involved and engaged, because the one heart that you may touch may change the world.
Yes.
Jordan, I'm going to ask you about your faith, but first I got to tell a story. Billy Graham and a young boy, they were both in their teens, went to a revival. They were somewhat skeptical, and they got there, and for whatever reason, they couldn't get a seat. And Mordecai Ham was preaching at this revival, and so they began to walk away. And a gentleman, maybe an usher, said, "Boys, where y'all going?" Said, "Well, we couldn't find a place to sit, to be seated." And he said, "Well, come on, I'll help you. I'll get you a seat." And those young men that night, through that one man, gave their life to the Lord. Billy Graham.
Wow.
And his friend, who also got born again, became one of his administrators for his entire ministry. So we never know the one life we touch, but that life, like, wasn't it Ananias that showed up and prayed for this disciple? This shows up in the Bible one time, and he prays for Saul, who becomes Paul, who God used mightily in the kingdom. So what's it like as a person of faith? How does your faith, Jordan, work in your family dynamic? And what is you got 4, well, you probably got 5 kids because you're married, but you got 4 children and a husband. And so how many children do you have on your typical workload?
I also have 20 currently on my caseload. It differs based off of
Who's coming, who's going?
Yes, exactly. I've had more than that. I've had less than that, but currently I also have 20.
When we started the ranch and received our first child, he was 18 years old out of Hot Springs, named Michael, and I saw him at Walmart some time ago, and he spoke to me. I didn't recognize him because he's a grown man. He's in his late 30s when I saw him, and when I met him he was 18. But you just never know whose life you touch and how that ripples through life. But when we started back in those days, of course, Mike was the first, and then we had a few more, and we were really excited when we finally had 28 young people. And Chad would say, "Pastor, we need more young people." And Billy and Rachel would say, "We need more young people." And I said, "Well, I'm doing everything I can." And just a couple of months ago, we had 96.
Yes.
And so when somebody says, "Well, how do you deal with 20?" So exactly, Jordan, your faith, working with young people, and what exactly does a case manager do? Just kind of a typical day where you're kind of busy that day.
Yes. Well, like she said, we partner with DCFS, so we're able to help out with the logistical side of like making sure families are in compliance with the licensing. But the beautiful thing about the ranch is that because we are allowed to work in a faith-based environment and live that every day, we also get to minister to the kids, and the families too. We get to pray with families.
All right,
and the
define
children.
when you say minister to kids. Tell us what you're talking about.
So we work as a qualified behavioral health provider as well. So we, instead of just case management, we are also doing behavioral sessions with children and providing behavioral support to their foster parents, which is mental health capacity. But I think we all know, having a relationship with God and growing up and growing in that relationship constantly, that the one thing that will always benefit your mental health is loving Him and knowing Him. Yeah. And because we are able to practice being a QBHP as well as using our faith in our work, we're able to put the two together, which I think is the ultimate support that we could give each
What's
of
the
these
youngest
kids.
child that you have in your case management?
4.
4. And your oldest?
I have a 15-year-old. I previously had a 16-year-old, but yes.
Don't you really appreciate the fact that I would let y'all come to work every day and help 20 kids.
Yes. Well, I actually love my job.
That's 40 children, y'all. And not too long ago, we had 96. This new foster home, we're going to dedicate the week that I turned 53 in the Lord, end of October. And that allows us to bring in 6 more children. I'm believing we'll go over 100 by the end of 2025.
Yes.
And they asked me years ago, how many kids are you going to have at Second Chance Youth Ranch? And I said, well, how big's the need? I mean, that's really it. It's not how many can we help, how many need help.
Yes.
And I'm believing God that working with other agencies and wonderful staff members like you ladies, that we'll be able to continue to grow and expand. We thought we were really accomplished something with 28 and didn't know how we were going to do anything else to help more. And I didn't even know how we were going to pay the staff with 28 kids, but God has been faithful. So, Kenzie, you work with 20 kids. What's the youngest?
A month old.
Oh my.
Yes.
You know, early on we had only teenagers, you know, a lot of broken glass, maybe a couple of holes in the wall. Those were the days, my friend. I thought they'd never end. And the oldest?
16.
16. So what's it like being, forgive me, are you in your 30s yet?
No, I'm 25.
You're not even close. You mind if I ask?
Yes, I am. I'm 31.
31.
Yes.
So what's it like being mid-20s, dealing with teenagers and a 1-month-old?
For the teens, I love teens specifically. I feel like it's easier to connect since I'm closer in age.
Yeah.
But I haven't walked through every situation, but some things that we do help is like school situations and friendships. And so walking through, like, I have also walked through some of these and being able to connect and all that. With my babies, I love them and I love to hold them and help in any way.
All right, let me ask you a question. I only got 1 minute. I want you to look at one of these cameras with a red dot on it.
Okay.
That'll show up here in a second.
Okay.
And tell anyone out there that's single, early to mid-20s, late 20s, why should they consider mentoring and adopting? Do that real quick, and then Jordan's going to get to, we got 40 seconds.
Because it's the best thing you can do is share the love of Jesus Christ, and it's the easiest way you can do it when there's such a big need for it.
Yeah. Jordan, you got 20 seconds.
Because my faith and my relationship has grown with God just in doing this, in working for the ranch and mentoring, but also in fostering, because I've been able to see how my impact has impacted the children and how they have grown to love in a healthy way.
Yeah, a lot of people, they work to make a living. These ladies are living to make a difference. Contact us right here at 2CYR. We'd love to hear from you. Pray for us, honor God, and we'll see you next week right here at 2CYR-TV. Bye-bye.